Hi friends, I have not one, but two ocean stories I've been told I have to read to you this week. So the first one was about the three little fish and the big bad shark. Now I have been told that she would like me to read you a story called Dear Mr. Blueberry, because this mermaid, her favorite ocean animal is a whale. And this story, Dear Mr. Blueberry, has to do with a whale. So she said, that's the story she wants me to. You want the whale story? You really want the whale story? Okay, I will do it just for her. Dear Mr. Blueberry by Simon James. It's also illustrated by Simon James. Now, Dear Mr. Blueberry makes me think that we put the word dear when we write letters to people. So maybe this is going to be about letter writing. Let's have a look and see. Dear Mr. Blueberry by Simon James. And on the cover, title page, I do see someone writing. So maybe it is about writing letters to a friend. I don't know. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I love whales very much, and I think I saw one in my pond today. Please send me some information on whales, as I think he might be hurt. Love, Emily. So here's little Emily, and she sees a whale in her pond. Dear Emily, Mr. Blueberry's now writing back to her. Dear Emily, here are some details about whales. I don't think you'll find it was a whale you saw, because whales don't live in ponds, but in salt water. Yours sincerely, your teacher, Mr. Blueberry. So it must be summer vacation, and Emily is writing to her teacher, Mr. Blueberry. So there she is again, writing and reading his letter while her brother's spilling cereal all over the floor. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am now putting salt into the pond every day before breakfast, and last night I saw my whale smile. I think he's feeling better. Do you think he might be lost? Love, Emily. Let's see what Mr. Blueberry responds. Dear Emily, please don't put any more salt in the pond. I'm sure your parents won't be pleased. I'm afraid there can't be a whale in your pond because whales don't get lost. They always know where they are in the oceans. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Now let's see what Emily says. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm very happy because I saw my whale jump up and spout a lot of water. He looked blue. Does this mean he might be a blue whale? Love, Emily. P.S. What can I feed him with? So she has lots of questions for Mr. Blueberry. And there's the whale. He is spouting water. Dear Emily, blue whales are blue and they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures that live in the sea. However, I must tell you that a blue whale is much too big to live in your pond. Sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. P.S. Perhaps it's a blue goldfish? I wonder what she's thinking about Mr. Blueberry's answers. She responds to him, Dear Mr. Blueberry, last night I read your letter to my whale. Afterward, he let me stroke his head. It was very exciting. I secretly took him some crunched up cornflakes and breadcrumbs. This morning I looked in the pond and they were all gone. I think I'm going to call him Arthur. What do you think? Love, Emily. Well, I kind of think Mr. Blueberry is going to think Emily shouldn't name a blue goldfish. Dear Emily, I must point out to you quite forcibly that now in no way could a whale live in your pond. You may not know that whales are migratory, which means they travel great distances each day. I am sorry to disappoint you. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. So we've learned a bit about whales. They eat tiny shrimp-like characters. They creatures. They live in salt water and they're migratory. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm a little sad. Arthur has gone. I think your letter made sense to him, and he has decided to be migratory again. Love, Emily. So now she's looking over at her pond, and it's empty. There's no more whale. Dear Emily, please don't be too sad. It really was impossible for a whale to live in your pond. Perhaps when you are older, you would like to sail oceans, studying and protecting whales. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Oh, Emily does look a little bit sad. Looks like she's missing her whale. Dear Mr. Blueberry, it's been the happiest day. I went to the beach and you will never guess. I saw Arthur. I called him and he smiled. I knew it was Arthur because he let me stroke his head. I gave him some of my sandwich. Can you see that? Now Emily has reunited with Arthur at the beach. And when we said goodbye, I shouted that I loved him very much, and I hope you don't mind. I said you loved him too. Love, Emily and Arthur. So that was very interesting. We learned a little bit about writing letters back and forth to one another, and also a few things about whales. And this is supposed to be a fiction story, but these are the kind of stories that I would like to believe in. It would be very fun to have a blue whale in a pond in your backyard or front yard. That'd be very exciting. I hope you enjoyed this story, friends, and that you're enjoying your distance learning packets. You've been sharing with me some of the artwork you've done, and it is fantastic. Fantastic. It's fantastic work. Okay, friends, see you again later. Bye.